Today, we're going to be tearing apart the old JD, making her a little bit cooler. Because me, being the busy guy that I am, I only have time to mow at certain times throughout the day or weekend, and a lot of times it's like right before dark. So when it gets dark, I have to stop because this little one headlight here, it's just not doing it. And even when I had to, still wasn't doing it. This cover plate fell off, which got water in there, which corroded the light, which made it go out. This one just popped off the other day, and the same thing is going to happen to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut all of this out right here, eliminate both of the stock headlights, let's put in something a little bit cooler. So let's get into it. By the way, I cleaned the shop a little bit. Isn't it nice? Thanks, because I worked really hard. Woo! This is going to be sick. What's in there? No treat, sorry. It's a treat for me though. Little brochure, daily directions. Look at this. 14-inch guy right there. So the brand I got, Yita motor, Y-I-T-A motor. Yita motor. It came with your positive, negative, obviously, like every other kit does. It came with a relay box, pre-equipped for the LED lights, so you don't get that flicker because it doesn't draw enough power. And also a fuse on the main line. It also comes with a switch that's on a clip harness. So you don't have to drill a hole big enough for the switch to fit through the dash. You can just drill a hole big enough to fit this clip, shove it through, and then cover it up with this little 3M tape switch. Super cool. Because when you turn the key on, the stock headlights turn on. I don't really want this thing beaming people in the face during the day or just being on, because what's the point? And I have this little switch here, so I can turn it off and on when I want to. I'm going to get out the old grinder wheel, pop these out, cut the wires. But I still want them to be on the stock wiring instead of just going directly to the battery with these, because that way it can charge up on the little coil or whatever the hell is in there that keeps these from joining the battery while it's running. So we're going to do that right now. For this project, you will need exactly what you will need, because you can just use what you have. Alright guys, so now that we got this front grille out, I can kind of fit this into somewhat of a hole that it's going to be in. So I would like to leave just a little bit of this overhang, because it's a 14-inch light. So what I'm going to do is leave a little bit of an overhang where this stock headlight is, so that way I can screw the mount to that. That way I don't have to put any bolts on the outside of the hood cover and make it look ugly. It'll be nice and clean right in here on this. Yes, I'm wearing Crocs because they're comfortable. You know, when you become a dad, you start to realize that it's more comfort over style. And I now understand why my dad always wore Walmart shoes. They're cheap and they're still shoes. So why not? Love it. I really haven't thought about this ahead of time. I'm kind of just going with the flow. So you guys are figuring things out just like I am. Fake it till you make it, baby. I dropped it behind there. It's screwed in from the back. Ooh, almost time for Cam 5. It's a beer drinking, crock wearing night, boys and girls. That's a little better. Doesn't look like a complete hack job now. Booyah! And that isn't the sickest freaking lawnmower grill you ever did see. 2020 JD right there. Little side shot. Sick. Well, just to kind of see how it looks, I'm going to splice these two wires in with this and then turn the key so I can see how the lights look. And then we'll go ahead and do all the wiring. That is sick. That is fucking sick. That is so sweet. Talk about freaking mowing lawn in the night now. On the old JD here, I'm not really sure what this is used for. Right next to the reverse overdrive button, there's this little cap here that leaves me a perfect spot to run my wire through into the engine bay. How sick is that? Okay, now I have to figure out how to fit this 9 feet of cord into this little 3 feet of space. So this will be fun. I'm sure the mice are gonna love this brand new wiring system when it goes up in the shed this winter. It's usually what happens to me. Alright, now to mount it all back. These two wires are the ones that go to the light. I'm just going to cut them right here and shorten it because I don't need all of this extra wire that came with the kit. The only wire that has to run back is this one that goes to the clip harness that goes to the switch. So I'll run that where these stock wires go to make sure it's all away from the engine and it's not going to get melted. Damn it, I was worried about that. I'm going to have to drill this out and make it bigger. All these other wires all clipped back into this clip. That's pretty clean. I'll run these two wires back like the sock, and the hood can open and close. So that works. I'll hide this and probably zip tie it to that, and then wrap this in tape. Oh, there's number 5. You know where that top's going? Ronald McDonald House Foundation. Alright, it's official. It's all cleaned up. Pop the hood. So I have my relay box right here, the fuse right here. It's all zip tied together, nice and tucked away from the grill so you can't see it from the outside. All my wires are away from the back of this. Not that it gets that hot, but if it did, I'm not really sure. You know, I don't want it to melt anything if it does. So this is all on its own. It's got plenty of clearance. And then I zip tie the wire to the stock wires here. It goes down away from the engine so you don't melt it, up underneath the fuel line through here to my connector, and I kind of just wound it up in this brace here, and then that goes back to the switch. That turned out pretty clean. And then I'm still able to adjust these screws here so I can aim it up or down. I'm not really sure how it's going to look on the grass because I haven't got to go outside yet. Turn the key, hit the button, and that's the coolest part. A freaking headlight with a button on a lawnmower. Give someone a seizure if you want to as well. That is insane. It's like a freaking bow fishing light on a lawnmower. Like, blind the shit out of people with this thing. I love it. Can mow some grass. Mow some grass like a man. Mow mow some grass like a man in the dark. Anyway, guys, I can't wait to test this out. I'm not able to do it tonight because it is 12:41, so we're just about 1 in the morning, and my neighbors wouldn't be too happy if I fired up the old JD. They'd wonder what the hell I'm doing, and they'd probably call the cops. We're gonna have to wait, and I'm really sad about that, but you guys don't have to wait that long to see in the video. I can just do this. Oh wow, look at that. New day, another beer. Holy fuck. This is bright as shit. This is so bright, you guys. My god. Oh, Jesus. It's a bit overkill, but I absolutely love it. About you guys, but I think that's definitely a significant difference. I can literally mow in the dead of night now, and it's super epic. Turned out awesome. I mean, for being a few beers deep when I cut that grill out, I think it turned out pretty sick. I'm happy with it, and it's obviously bright as hell. So if you watched all the way to the end, thank you. I appreciate you. We're gonna end the video here, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.